Hi, I'm Soham Solanki. I'm an 11-year-old wildlife photographer from Mandvi on the coast of Gujarat. From shorebirds on the mud flats to robins and kestrels in the grasslands, this is the wildlife I see around my hometown. Mandvi is a special place. Here, the desert meets the sea, and thousands of birds come every year. Some travel across continents to reach these shores. Others live here their entire lives. From tiny shorebirds running on the sand, to robins and stonechats in the bushes, to kestrels hunting in the sky. This is the wildlife I see every day. This video is my journey through the birds and animals of Mandvi captured through my camera. When the tide goes down, the mud flats come alive. Tiny shorebirds arrive to feed on insects and worms hidden beneath the sand. Flowers run, stop, and peck, always alert. Sandpipers forage on the mud with rhythmic precision. Some of these birds have traveled thousands of kilometers from Europe, Siberia, and Central Asia just to spend the winter here. For them, Mandvi is not just a beach, it is a survival ground. Birds like sandpipers and flowers are always running along the shore, picking tiny insects and worms from the sand. They move really fast, stopping for just a second before running again with the waves. When a big wave comes, the birds all fly up together, making huge flocks that look like moving clouds. Watching them fly and sink is one of my favorite things to see here. Shorebirds are very sensitive to changes in the environment. If the beach gets polluted or disturbed, they might stop coming here. That's why clean beaches and quiet wetlands are super important for them. For me, photographing shorebirds is really exciting because you never know what species you will find. Every visit to the beach feels like a new discovery. Pelicans arrive in Mandvi in large flocks, turning lakes and creeks into their feeding grounds. They work together, herding fish into shallow water before scooping them with their huge bills. When they take off, their wings beat slowly against the sky and the entire wetland feels alive. In the wetlands and marshes, storks walk slowly through the shallow water, searching for fish, frogs, and insects. With their long legs and massive wings, they are some of the largest birds in this landscape. They gather in groups, moving together like silent giants of the wetlands. Their slow steps and powerful flight make them look prehistoric. Herons and egrets stand like statues, waiting patiently for fish. In a sudden strike, the fish is gone. These birds are often seen near cattle, tractors, and farmers' fields because insects rise from the ground when animals move. By following the larger animals, egrets find easy food. Cormorants dive deep underwater to catch fish and later dry their wings in the sun. Life here depends entirely on the rhythm of the tide. Along the shoreline, gulls and terns rule the sky. Some hover over the water, some dive at high speed, and some steal food from each other. Their loud calls fill the air above the coast. Ducks arrive in Mandvi during winter, turning quiet ponds and creeks into floating cities. Many travel thousands of kilometers to escape the cold. Some ducks swim calmly on the water while others dive underwater to find food. They eat plants, insects, and small water animals, which helps to keep the wetland healthy. In the shallow wetlands, swamp hens walk across floating plants like tiny dinosaurs. They feed on plants, insects, and small creatures hidden in the marsh. They walk on floating plants with their super long toes, which helps them not sink in the water. Near the water's edge, kingfishers wait in silence. From a single branch or rock, they watch the surface for movement. In a sudden flash of color, they dive into the water and emerge with a fish. Their speed and precision make them some of the best hunters in the wetland. From tiny common kingfishers to larger white-throated and pied kingfishers, these birds bring bright color to Mandvi's quiet water. One of the coolest birds you can see in Mandvi's wetlands is the jacana, also known as the lily trotter. Jacanas eat insects, snails, and small creatures they find on the surface of plants. They are very active and always moving around, especially in ponds and marshy areas. From the salty shores and tidal flats, the landscape slowly changes. Away from the sea, Mandvi opens into dry grasslands and scrub forests, home to a completely different world of birds. Before we begin, if you want to see me photographing jackals in the grasslands of Mandvi, you can click the video above on the top right corner of your screen. Stonechats sit on bushes and watch insects before quickly flying down to catch them. Above the fields, kestrels hover in the air, scanning the ground for prey. With a sudden dive, they strike mice and insects. Raptors like kestrels are the hunters of the ecosystem. Without them, rodents would overrun the field. Every bird here plays a role in this fragile balance. In the grasslands and open scrub of Mandvi, shrikes sit quietly on thorny bushes and power lines. At first, they may look like small and cute songbirds, but they are actually skilled hunters. One of the most interesting things about shrikes is that they sometimes impale their prey on thorns and sharp branches, earning the nickname butcher bird. From the beach to the grasslands, Mandvi is full of amazing wildlife. Every bird I filmed, tiny robins, colorful kingfishers, and giant pelicans, has its own story. These places might look normal to us, but for birds and animals, this is their home. Wetlands, grasslands, and trees are super important for them to survive. But these habitats are slowly changing because of pollution, construction, and climate change. If we don't protect them, many birds could disappear in the future. I'm Soham Solanki, an 11-year-old wildlife photographer from Mandvi, and I love capturing these moments. I hope my photos and videos make more people care about nature. Protecting birds means protecting their homes. And when we protect nature, we are also protecting our own future. This is Mandvi, my home and a home for wildlife.